I'm 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙉, and I am the CEO of 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙁 LLC, as well as the creator of Married, Sexy, and Safe. And I'm sitting next to my fine husband, 𝘼𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙁.
My name is Dr. 𝘼𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. I'm a psychologist, her husband, father, and just excited about what we're getting ready to do.
We are Michelle and 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙁. I am an event planner and designer. Lemiga Events is the name of my company. Dwayne and I also have Society 414, where we plan date night events for couples that are married and dating. We're very excited to partner with 𝘼𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙁 and Mecca on this amazing retreat experience, and we can't wait to tell you more about it, to answer your questions, and just kick off what is going to be an amazing weekend.
Welcome to A Weekend for Love, which is going to take place in the North Georgia mountains, November 8th through the 10th. We are so excited about having you all there. So we both have a passion for couples, for marriage, and that's why this was a perfect marriage partnership for us. So there's been such an overwhelming response, and many of you all have questions. And so we have some of those questions here. Hopefully it'll be your question that we'll answer. And so I'm going to take the first question out of this jar right here. And the question is, why are marriage retreats and experiences like this so important?
You know, marriage retreats are very important to give quality time with husbands and wives together away from the kids. I think that you want to have some one-on-one personal time that most guys do with our wives. So that's one of the important reasons I would say.
Well, I know for me, I don't get enough time with you. I mean, when we're at home, we have two daughters, it's work, it's laptops, it's ministry, it's me bringing work home. And sometimes I just want some time with you by myself, like a honeymoon experience. And although I love our daughters, I love to also miss them sometimes and just get some quality time. And also, we don't have the myth that our marriage will last. And we feel like if we don't work on it and we don't make it stronger, we've seen couples that we respect fall apart. Right. And I don't want that to happen to us. So I want to make sure that we're strengthening what we're doing. So marriage retreats to us are a necessity.
All right. So the next question is, what sessions will be covered at A Weekend for Love?
We already know from 20 years of couples counseling, we know what couples want. One, they want a deeper connection. A lot of couples believe that they have problems because of money or parenting, arguing. Really, they have a friendship problem, connection problem. They've disconnected. They've become strangers in the same house. So we're going to talk about how to rebuild and maintain your friendship through the different seasons of marriage. And then we're going to talk about friendly fire, what to do when you have disagreements, because they don't know that you're from Inglewood, and you sometimes bring that Inglewood out, and I'm from Decatur, and sometimes that comes out behind the pretty picture. So we're going to talk about how to have friendly fire, how to agree to disagree without disappearing. Sometimes you have to hold your ground on things and be better as a couple after that. And we're going to talk about, of course, sexual intimacy. Yes. All right, 2 to 3 couples at any given time have sexual compatibility issues. So we're going to talk about how to traverse through those waters and and make it easy. Because sometimes bringing up sexual intimacy is hard. We're also going to talk about how to be a winning couple. And these are for couples that have gotten to a certain level and they're trying to figure out how to work with me. So they have Michelle and Barack problems. They have Will and Jada problems. So like, how do we combine what I'm doing, what you're doing, and who's watching the kids again? So we're talking about working together as a couple. And then also we'll talk about infidelity prevention and recovery, because just by demand, we know that it's happening. We want to make sure that you do everything possible to fortify your relationship against affairs. And if it's happened, couples recover. They don't advertise it, but they recover. We're going to talk about the latest and the greatest research and what you can do to recover.
We've been married for 19 years, and all of those points, they never go away. I think, we got married as babies. We were in our early 20s, and you grow over time, and you want to make sure you're growing together, you're developing together.
And you change.
And you change, yeah, but you want to change in the same direction. So we're very excited about all of those sessions.
Yeah, and when you said that makes sense, because how do we grow together? We have to stay in tune, because Dwayne's not the same as when you met him when he was a young tender. You know what I mean? You're not the same. And as we change, how do we change together? And I don't think we can wing it. I think a lot of couples try to wing it. We'll figure it out.
We don't have the tools.
Yeah, but marriage is too hard to wing, especially when you're successful in so many different areas and kids and whatnot. So we're going to help them to figure that out and grow together as a team.
So the next question is, this one comes up a lot in all of the events that we have for couples. I'm sure the same thing for you, Michelle, and Dwayne is, how can I get my husband to come to something like this?
Well, guys, I could say that, we all struggle. We all have difficulties that we need to work through. If you want to figure out the best avenue on how to get through those struggles, how to connect to your wife so that you can get along and have a good, loving marriage, this is a retreat for you.
Awesome. What do you think about that, Aldwine?
Well, Dwayne didn't say it. I'm gonna say it. I mean, you gave me a promise of certain things that were gonna happen. If I participated in this with a great and grand attitude. So, fellas, you need time away from the kids to make sure that you can connect with your wife. And I'll be honest, make love. Make love and be better as a couple. And then we know from doing this, we learn a lot. I learn a lot from how other men treat their wives. Dwayne's been in this 19 years. We know people have been married for 30 and 40 years. Who am I to think that I had the winning formula? I want to see what they have to say about marriage. And I like to be around other married couples. I mean, in Atlanta, it's just hard to find, or anywhere, hard to be around married couples that are fighting for the same thing that you're fighting for. And I also think you get a chance to fellowship with guys. We'll have a men's only session where we get to talk about how I lay things down in the house,
Ladies.
We get to talk about and fellowship, well, guys, and then pick up tips to make our marriage stronger and better.
A Weekend for Love it's more than speakers. This is really about an experience that we're creating for the couples that are attending. It's a very intimate, exclusive feel. We are taking over the entire resort. So everyone you see there are going to be there for the same exact reasons, for marriage enrichment and to have fun.
We went to one, it will remain nameless, to a marriage retreat, and it was boring. It was boring. All right, I asked her, could we leave? All right, for real, because we sat, and it was about this couple that talked about how great their marriage was, but it didn't help us.
Right.
And so what we've designed is more of a laboratory experience, because you didn't come to hear speakers talk at you. You came for speakers to be able to open you up, to be able to talk about the issues that you want to strengthen. So everything is going to be interactive. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast-paced. And it's not going to be all day, because you need time. The stuff you promised me, we need time to do. And I know it's great food there and different activities. Kind of like a honeymoon, like a mini honeymoon.
Mecca and I really, when we thought about the type of experience we wanted to create, we wanted couples to have some alone time. We wanted couples to have time to, explore the resort in the town of Helen, but also connect with each other as couples and be able to, wine and dine and mingle and really feel like they walked away with a true retreat, not just in the fact of being talked at, but they got to experience some new things.
Absolutely. And just even from kicking it off with the fireside chat and being in the mountains and being able to enjoy amazing cocktails, over fire and connect with the couples that have traveled from all over to come to this retreat. We have several couples that have already signed up and they're flying in from all over the U.S. And so we're really excited. Even the sessions and the opportunity just to really date, to be able to sit outside with your partner, to be able to walk, maybe go on a hike in the North Georgia mountains, maybe to be able to enjoy one of the 7 wine vineyards that are in the North Georgia mountains. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a breathtaking time of year to go up there. And we're beyond excited about having you all at A Weekend for Love. And we know some of you are like, I'm not really sure. Listen, if you do not purchase your registration, you are going to miss out. This is for an exclusive, intimate group. It's limited registrations available. I'm not just saying that. We're taking over the entire resort. So if you wait until the last minute, you will not have the opportunity to attend. So ladies, you have now to convince your husband tonight. And listen, we all know that we're very convincing. So you know exactly what to do to make sure that he signs up for this retreat. We look forward to seeing you all. Make sure you visit www.aweekendforlove.com and we will see you soon.